What is up, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to Last Call A's postgame, where the box score gets tossed in the trash and the real conversation starts. Tonight, we're stepping on to 61 Jump Street because the A's just walked into Houston and shut the whole thing down. Finally. Nick Kurtz brought the thunder, Brent Rooker added insurance, and Gage Jump looked like the guy filing paperwork on a crime scene for 6+ innings, a 5-0 win, a dominant pitching performance, and an Astros lineup left staring at the scoreboard like they forgot answers to the questions. We're breaking down the turning points, the big swings, the bullpen lockdown, and why this might have been one of the cleanest A's wins of the season. Crack one open. It's last call. How's everyone doing, man? The road does not get easier for the A's. Unfortunately, they go to Las Vegas. And if they treat this like a Las Vegas party, they're in a lot of trouble because the Milwaukee Brewers are no joke. They are like the A's want to be on steroids. Chris Bubik. Trade rumors have just recently hit the presses. And I want to talk about that in a few minutes. Brent Rooker. Not a bad series for Brent. Is Brent Rooker getting hot? If he is, it could be a whole different story for this whole lineup. First, let's talk about Gage Jump, guys. Gage Jump was absolutely amazing tonight. When you're talking about Gage Jump, you're talking about his third career start. You're talking about a kid that dealt 6 1/3 innings. It didn't feel like he had his great stuff. It didn't feel like he had his swing and miss stuff, which is actually a positive thing. Because when you see that, when you see a guy that doesn't have necessarily his best stuff and deal the way Gage Jump did and kind of fight through everything, it says something about the kid. It says a lot. 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 96 strikes, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the A's. The A's needed this win. They needed this win bad. The Mariners got walked off by Detroit. Thank you, Detroit. 2.5 games back. Rangers won as well with the Degrominator starting. But the A's are only 2.5 games back. And that means a lot. What do you guys got going on here? Asher, did you hear about Soderstrom's 17-game long base streak? Yeah, a 17 game. Is that right, huh? Good for Soderstrom. Soderstrom, not bad. We need his bat to come around. What I'm most pleased about with Tyler Soderstrom is he walked 4 times during the series. He was a lot more patient. It was a good road trip. Billy Jr. 10. How are you, man? Watching from Minnesota. Watching from Minnesota. That's awesome, man. Anything you want me to cover? Just say it. This music slaps. Is that good? Is that bad? I'm not sure what that means, Rants. Rants has a whole different vibe on Athletics Rants. Rants Live, by the way, which is going to be on Tuesday night this week. And if you join, it's a whole different verbiage, a whole different vibe. So I'm not sure what slaps mean. If that's good, I'm in. Andrew, what's up, bud? How are you, man? Raiders of the Realms. Booney, told you Jump was for real. You did. 2 back-to-back outings against 2 solid teams. Yes, love his composure. Me too. That's what caught my eye the most. His assurance, his resolve, and focus on the bump. Gage is what good baseball is all about. Beautiful. I love it, Raiders of the Realm. And that's what makes me a little bit excited about this staff when you look at it. When you look at a guy like Gage Jump, and don't quit on Jack Perkins quite yet. I think Jack Perkins will have a huge start at the end of the week. When you talk about Jump, when you talk about Perkins, when you talk about Cade Morris, when you talk about JT Ginn, it's a nice core. It's a nice core of young pitchers. Who's next? Could it be Jamie Arnold? Jamie Arnold, probably not. We won't see him till next year, and I'm okay with. Luis Morales is pitching a little bit better in Vegas. But Zane Taylor, who I want to talk about, who I'm going to be talking about tomorrow with Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, absolutely dealt this week. 2025 fifth-round pick out of UNC Wilmington. Yes, Raiders of the Realms. When you look at this starting pitching staff, I like how young it is. I like how they're competing. Good call, bud. Rick, sorry I've been very busy. It's all right, man. Rich, not Rick. I always mess that up, don't I? Sorry I've been very busy. Have trouble keeping up. I'm glad Gage gave me a win. Happy birthday, Rich. Hey, happy birthday, bud. There you go. Show up to Rants Live on Tuesday. He'll have a gift for you. Butler had a good day at the plate, but I'm still not sold on. Yeah, me either, Andrew. It was good for him to get a couple knocks, 2 for 4. Yeah, absolutely. It's a sign in the right direction. He made a nice play in right field as well. But my whole thing with Butler isn't, we know how he is when he succeeds. Hey, life's great when he succeeds. And he seems to ride that wave. Problem with Butler is when adversity hits. And that's what I'm concerned about with Lawrence Butler. We know how he is when things are going well. He's great. He's awesome. Smiling. Team guy. All in for the team. A joy to be around. But when adversity hits, he's a cancer. I hate to say it. Trade Butler for Bubick. Yeah. Slaps is a... Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Andrew, I hope Emerson keeps his dirty paws off Jump. Don't mess this one up, Scott. Come on, stop. Booty. Hey, rumor, Trevor Bauer may get signed by the Yankees. Is that right? Is that right? It's also very cool to actually have a starting pitcher go through our own farm system and look like a potential star. Something homegrown hits different. Yeah, it certainly does, doesn't it? It certainly does. And when you're looking at homegrown right now, I mean, JT Ginn's not homegrown. Perkins is. Morris is not. Jump obviously is. Arnold obviously is. Luis Morales, yeah. The pitching is not. I think more of our position players are when you go around the diamond. Colby Thomas, Lawrence Butler, Henry Bolte, Denzel Clark, Tyler Soderstrom, Max Muncy, Jacob Wilson, Nick Kurtz. No, Shea's not. Rooker's not. Yeah, but a lot of them are. And speaking of homegrown, we're going to be going against a Brewers club that is exactly that. Well, kind of. My A's, glad to see the rotation forming well. Right now, there's only 2 starters I trust right now in the rotation. That's JT Ginn, Gage Jump. Jeffrey Springs is who Jeffrey Springs is, right? I couldn't really say that I don't trust him, but Springs is that back end rotation reliable guy. He's not a 1 or 2. I think we all know that. Happy birthday, Rich. Ditto. Also, love the rumors of adding this organization. Needs to change its mentality going into Vegas. Win now and always be aggressive to do so. I like that, my A's. When's Muncy coming back? Well, Muncy has played approximately, I want to say 7-8 games in Vegas. Let me tell you what he did this last week. This last week in Las Vegas, Max Muncy went. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see what Muncy went. Max Muncy, 8 for 22, 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs, a walk, 8 Ks, 2 doubles, no triples, and 2 home runs. That was just this week. 8 for 22, 5 runs, 5 RBIs, a walk, 8 Ks, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. I still don't like the Ks. Jonas, Rook is back. Yeah. Rook's starting to swing a good bat, striking out a little too much, chasing a little bit. But you start to feel he's starting to get in that zone a little bit, right? We're 65 games in. Rooker really doesn't really get going till about this time. Now, he was hurt. But Rooker's the time of bat that can carry this offense. Rooker is unbelievable when he's hot. And yeah, I'm starting to feel that as well. Decent road trip. I believe he was 6 for 20 on the road trip. I want to say on this series against Houston, I have it scrolling on the top. You could say, I want to say he was like, what was he, like 3 for 10, I want to say. None of this is low market sell when we all fail mentality. Always retool and give fans a reason to buy tickets for every home game. I like that, my A's. I agree with you 100%. As long as they're competing, though, right, my A's? I mean, as long as they're competing. Now, the A's historically have caught lightning in a bottle on many of occasions with their drafts and what they've done. And they've always been competitive without really retooling or signing that flashy free agent. They've always found a way to stay competitive. But as of late, since 2022, even the 2021 team was a good team. I think that team, what 86 games? Real close to making the playoffs. But 22, 23, 24, and 25, last 4 seasons, have been disgustingly bad. 2 100 lost seasons. And I believe one of them, was it 22? Was 110? 23, 100? 24 was, what was 24? Like 90, 93, 69 and 93, I think, at 24, something like that. Yeah, Jonas, Rook might be back. It's going to be 100 to 106 degrees in Vegas this week, Andrew. The ball's going to absolutely fly this week out of Las Vegas Park, hopefully in the A's favor. Well, yeah, I hope so. The Brewers are the Brewers are just a beast, man. The Brewers are such a good baseball team. I have to check it out Tuesday. By the way, have you done the Campy Campaneris Day video yet? If you have, I'll go back and watch. I have not. I haven't even thought about it, but I'll check it out. Why would the front office and Kotze use social media during the game? Did they? I must have missed something, Bill. What did I miss? Did they use social media during the game? Explain. I missed it then. Supposedly Wilson might be back this weekend against the Rockies in Vegas. Is that accurate? Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Jacob Wilson, 2 games in Vegas, 1 for 5, a run, an RBI, which was he walked in a run, and a double. DH'd on both days, but that's what I understand. Rich says thank you to everybody for birthday wishes. You know who looks really bad that I don't hear a lot of people talking about? Nick Neal's been terrible. I think everyone's been 4 for his last 40-something, I believe, striking out a lot in weak contact. 0 for 10 in the Houston series alone. I think in the whole road trip, he was something like, 2 for 21 or something? Yeah, he's been terrible, man. He's been awful. Awful. Another happy birthday, Rich. Brent earned my 5 fall-star votes for today. Definitely swing with the most authority since he's at that oblique injury. Dallas Braden posts a lot. He sure does, man. It kind of bothers me, actually. Just because he's worried about other things than his broadcast, and he has plenty of thoughts to worry about there. Thoughts on JK47 getting DFA'd. Here's my thoughts on JK47 getting DFA'd. So you have him. It's basically between him and Suarez. Him and Chubbs, right? Now, Chubbs is the only lefty you got. And I tell you what Joel Kuhnel reminded me of. He reminded me a lot of Noah Murdoch. If you remember when the A's got Noah Murdoch last year, Noah Murdoch was a similar pitcher. Pitch to contact, a sinker ball pitcher, and experienced a lot of success early in the season. I think there was series against Seattle, a series against Colorado, where he got the A's out of some unbelievable jams. As the season progressed, as he got more times out there, he started to get hit, and he started to get hit often. So I think Joel Kuhnel reminds me of a Noah Murdoch with less of a sample size. It feels like he was getting to that point where Noah Murdoch went last year. But with that being said, it's not like Suarez or Chubbs did anything to impress me either. Andrew, I was thinking about today. Are you still doing the 15-day? I haven't done it. I got to get back on it. We were losing. And when you're losing, the 15 games gets a little out of things. And yeah, I know, a little bit of a hypocrite on that one. I get it. I will get back on that. No, Rance, you need to acknowledge this. It's time to acknowledge the great stretch of baseball that MLG has been playing. I was trying to tell you that he's going to be all right. Hey, one of the first rants was in Philly. I thought you were going to bite my head off when I said, hey, MLJ, his only bad outings been here and there, but other than that, he's been okay. I thought you were going to reach through the freaking screen. But yeah, no, MLJ's been good. I think MLJ is going to be who MLJ is going to be. We're going to see streaks of him being awesome. And we're going to also see streaks of him being the guy you hate, Rance. I mean, Butler. Oh, was that ridiculous or what, Bill? Yeah, I don't know what that was all about with him in like TikTok or Instagram and posting this and that, kind of like the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know what's that. What's that with? What's up with that? I think both the Brewers and Rays have the best offense in baseball. I don't disagree. Can we go 4-2 in Vegas and head back to SAC under 500? 4-2 means you have to win a game against the Brewers. And that's not an easy thing to do. They are a load. Before we get to the Brewers, I want to talk about this rumors that just came recently. I mean, I'm talking like an hour ago on the A's eyeing Kris Bubic. Now, trade chatter is always swirling, right? And this year, some chatter names Kansas City left-handed pitcher Kris Bubic as an intriguing target. Reports. Now, this is citing USA Today's Bob Nightingale via MLB Trade Rumors. Say the A's have expressed interest in the Royals southpaw. But let's be clear, no trade has actually happened. This is pure speculation for now. Think of it like overhearing fans in a bar. Everyone's tossing around ideas like we all do, and Bubic just happens to be one of them. It's not unusual for teams like the A's, obviously with the injuries they have, to look at bargain arms. And come July 31st, the A's might take a peek. Kris Bubic is a real deal pitcher, guys. He has had a wild ride. He broke out last year, earning his first All-Star nod with an ERA of 2.55 over 116 innings after Tommy John surgery, but then a rotator cuff strain ended that season earlier. This year, he's been decent but flawed, about an ERA just over 4 and 50 and a third innings with 51 Ks and 21 walks. His velocity and stuff still play. He mixes in a mid-90s fastball and a nasty sweeper. But walk rate and injuries kind of raised eyebrows. In mid-May, the Royals put Bubic on the 15-day injured list with elbow soreness. Yes, another arm issue. Tommy John wiped out 23-24, then the shoulder strain in 25, and now it's an elbow tweak. So Bubic is a bit like that used car that you want at a bargain price, a typical A's type of move. Plenty of upside if it holds together. He's controllable through this year, roughly about $3.9 million left on his deal. So basically a one-year rental pitcher. Would you extend him? Depending on what happens. It's affordable, but no long-term guarantee. Now, why would the A's even consider him? Well, that's kind of self-explanatory. The rotation needs help, and Bubic could leave a middle-of-the-road innings eater. The staff was surprisingly shaky early June. Obviously, the A's have lost Severino, shoulder strain, Savali, tendonitis, but it's my understanding that Savali is on his way back soon. Gage Jump, JT Ginn have stepped up. Is Jack Perkins going to step up? I think he will. Jeffrey Springs, is he going to show us what he was last year? Cade Morris, what are we going to expect from him? But other than that, there is nobody in the minor leagues that can step up. So he doesn't cost a lot. It's a rumor now. A's front office will surely watch Bubic's rehab in the coming weeks. If he's throwing well by late July and the A's are hopefully still in playoff contention, I think they'll make a move. What they'll give up, no idea. Talk about Tyler Soderstrom's 17 base on streak. Well, he has 100 guys ahead of him on that streak. So, listen, I like that. My whole thing on Kurt's 50-game streak, or whatever it got, 47 it got up to, wasn't what he accomplished. Was no one talked about, do you realize that 50 people, 50 players were ahead of Kurtz on that streak? Come on. Stop. Yeah, I don't care about it. And I'm not going to get going on it. It's the stupidest streak ever. Good. Hey, great for it. Good for him. He's in the top 60 in all of baseball in most consecutive games reached on base. And right now, Tyler Soderstrom's in the top 2,000. Awesome. Rich, Jump, and Ginn are definitely looking awesome. Ginn's looked impressive, hasn't he? Ginn's looked really, really good. Ginn's looked beyond good. You know who else is a prospect? 18-year-old prospect who's been absolutely tearing it up lately. It's not now. We all know that Straight A's favorite player in the whole wide world is Leo DeVries. Leo DeVries, 19 years old. But another player has been absolutely tearing it up as late in Stockton. And I'm looking to talk to Tim Fitzgerald of the voice of the Stockton Ports, exactly what he is all about. And that is this man right here, Brayson Guedez. He is turning heads in Stockton, 18 years old. This week in Stockton, 13 for 24, 5 runs, 6 RBIs, 2 walks. He struck out 9 times, 4 doubles, and a triple. The kid's constantly getting better. If you remember Brayson Guedez, he actually played a little bit in spring training. Hit a couple of home runs, monster shots, left fielder, 18 years old. So keep an eye on him. I'm due to speak with Tim Fitzgerald tomorrow, live, 4:30. We're going to cover Brayson Guedez. Another player as well tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler is going to be on. We're going to talk about Zane Taylor. Zane Taylor absolutely dealt this week against a very, very difficult, I forget who they played, but they were tough. Anyway, Zane Taylor went 7 innings. Excuse me. No, he did not. He might have went 7 innings. Zane Taylor this week, Great Lakes, that's who they played. And Zane Taylor went 7 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 9 Ks. His ERA is down to 2.75. Zane Taylor, I always says the steal of the 2025 draft, 5th round pick out of UNC Wilmington. I wouldn't be surprised if he is up in Midland in the next month or two, but he has absolutely been dealing. So that should be an exciting couple shows. Habit Hunter. Check out the Habit Hunter. Timmy did a hell of a job. And he was did a show that's posted already talking about the A's rotation. Great show. Check it out. Always will make you laugh a little bit. Tomorrow, speaking of which, Budget Baseball. How are you, sir? We'll be running pregame 6 o'clock live. Just a completely different take on the A's and baseball. If you have not heard Sammy Meadows and Quinlan Sweeney, you are missing out. Check them live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Straight A's. I believe we'll be doing post-game show tomorrow, Monday night. After the A's face the Brewers. Speaking of the Brewers, first, Raiders of the Realms. Wei Enlin got rocked last night. I wouldn't say he got rocked. I watched his start. Control got him. He threw a lot of pitches. He had one batter take him to about a 12, 13, 14 pitch at bat. He just couldn't get any rhythm. He didn't look as bad as his box score looked. His first outing, yeah, if he's not going to command the strike zone, it's going to be an issue. So, but yeah, the box score wasn't as bad as he looked. Speaking of the Brewers, now the Brewers, check this out, guys. The Brewers are like the A's on steroids as far as how they've grown talent and how they've picked up talent. Andrew Vaughn, 2019 first round pick, number 3 overall out of the University of California by the White Sox. Brewers got him for a box of rocks. Bryce Terang was one of the best infielders in baseball, 2018 first round pick, number 21 overall out of Santiago High School. Straight A's. Do you remember Bryce Terang? He was knocking your end out of Corona. Sal Frelick, 2021 first round pick, number 15 overall out of Boston College. Garrett Mitchell, 2020 first round pick, number 20 overall out of UCLA. And of course, we all know Christian Yelich, 2010 first round pick, number 23 overall out of Westlake High School in Florida, drafted by the Marlins. Again, who the Brewers traded a box of rocks for. Obviously, we know Kyle Harrison, former Giants number 1 prospect. Everyone just gave up on him. Giants traded him to the Red Sox, part of that Rafael Devers trade, and Red Sox then dealt him to the Brewers for nothing. And now Kyle Harrison is a Cy Young Award candidate. It's going to be tough, and he starts against us tomorrow. I know we need pitching up and down, but any thought on upgrading hitting? Who? Luis Ariz? We screwed up by not signing Luis Ariz as a free agent. We took Jeff McNeil instead. That's who it was between. Now, granted, Ariz would have cost multi-years and double the price that Jeff McNeil cost. But no, we're not getting Ariz now. We missed our chance. But I would have sure liked this, though, my A's. I would have sure given up signing Savale, McNeil, and Leiter gets you Luis Ariz. Stupid. It's dumb, dude. Just dumb. I guess that players that get hits is not a cool thing. You got to hit for power or have the potential to hit for power. You got to hit 220 and strike out a ton. Luis Ariz doesn't fall under that. Budget, I think we might see some major shakeup for this. Yeah. I mean, but who do you think, though? I'll let you guys cover that on pregame tomorrow. Check that out, guys. Tomorrow, pregame, Budget Baseball, 6 o'clock, live. Be there for sure. And I'm going to play my slap music. And before I go, I am going to put up my predictions for my 2026 All-Star team. Move Muncy to third. And again, my slap music and my All-Stars.